What's up? What's up? What's up? What's happening, man? What's the deal? What is the damn deal, man? What's going on? This is Junior the Truth, man, and we right back in here one more time with the Smoke City Mobcast, man. Presented by, sponsored by, featuring the LDBC. That is Lions Den Boxing Community. For those of you guys that don't know, thank you so much for taking the time to tune in, man. Really, truly appreciate it. At the conclusion or during, throughout, be sure to like, comment, share, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Also, be sure to head over to the website, man, and visit the website. Website is at housed at www.ldbcsports.com. And be sure to join us, man, each and every Wednesday, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, man, for the Smoke City Mobcast, man. Shout out to my brothers in the chat right now, man. We have, or on the stream, we have 78 Sports TV and Blood Boxing. 78, what's going on, brother?
What's up, bro?
Man, you got it, man. Tell the people how they can find you.
Hey, right here on YouTube is 78 Sports TV, on Facebook at Kevin Nash.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Blood Boxing in the building. What's going on, family?
Hey, what's going on with it, my brothers?
Man, it's all chicken but the bone, man. Tell the people how they can find you, bro.
Hey, y'all know where y'all can get me, man. I'm at Blood Boxing Returns. Blood Boxing Returns on Blood Boxing YouTube.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, man. We got a whole lot of shit to cover today, man. We got a whole lot of shit to cover. Hey, man, it's this shit is, man, this shit is crazy. Like, these motherfuckers done lost their mind in the sport of boxing, man. So, all right, 78. So let's start off with man, there's so much shit going on. We're on the cusp of the Wilder Ortiz fight, which for all intents and purposes, in my opinion, is the biggest fight in boxing right now. What are your thoughts on that Wilder Ortiz fight taking place next week?
Man, I'm just, the way the fight came together, all of the politics surrounding it, the level of courage displayed by Deontay Wilder, because this is not a fight he had to take. He was not mandated to take this fight at all. He could have fought whoever the fuck he wanted to fight. He chose to fight Luis Ortiz. This is his second attempt at fighting Luis Ortiz. We all know the Ortiz popped dirty for banned substances that he was later cleared on. And he was actually Anthony Joshua's mandatory for the WBA, but the WBA kicked Ortiz out of the rankings because he failed a drug test that the WBC gave him a pass for. Then they implement and install the career cheater in Alexander Povetkin into that slot. Two guys who just fucked up opportunities to fight Deontay Wilder. But now Wilder's giving them an opportunity again, and it's a fucked up situation because, I want Wilder to beat the shit out of Luis Ortiz. But the writing is already on the wall that even if Wilder knock out Ortiz, whatever happens, they're not going to give him no credit for it. They've already laid it all down there. It started with HBO. They was talking shit. Jim Lampley talking about, does this guy Ortiz even have any chance against Wilder? After all the shit that they talked to hype this guy up, act like he's the baddest man on the planet. None of the other heavyweights want to fight this guy. None of them. Wilder's the only one who fighting him. And yet they still want to call Wilder a cherry picker, a ducker. Who has he fought? He got 40 fights. He ain't fought nobody. And it just, so this is the shit they're going to keep doing. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully Wilder just beat the shit out of Ortiz, man, because, I just really can't take listening to these cats no more, man. I'm telling you, man, if Wilder loses to Ortiz, I'm not even sure I'm going to even be interested in what happened with this heavyweight shit. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why it's like that, it shouldn't be like that, but the reason why it's like that, bro, is because these fans have taken the fun out of the whole situation. The way they defend AJ, everything Eddie Hearn do is the gospel. That shit make me not even like the motherfucker, man. You know what I'm saying? Like fuck that shit, man. I'm sorry. It might be childish, man. I don't give a fuck. I'm just tired of that gay ass shit.
Yeah, man, that shit is incredible, man. I'm incredibly disheartened by that shit, man. I really am. All right, come on, Blood Boxing. We got the Wilder Ortiz fight, man. What you think?
Well, man, hey, this is the big moment that we all been waiting for. Now, I think Ortiz is a very dangerous fighter, just like everybody was saying in the beginning. And, just like 78 said, everything he said, I agree with. But in my opinion, man, if he gets through Ortiz, man, I expect if he gets through Ortiz, I expect him to get that Joshua fight if Joshua gets through Parker. Let's just put it that way. But see what they're doing by putting this big baby Miller guy in there is it's an in-house fight, okay? So because it's an in-house fight, Hearn, once again, he's just trying to milk more money out of the fans. And you know what? The fans don't get it. For whatever reason, I don't understand why the fans can't see what's going on. We want the fight now. Just make the fucking fight happen. Everything that 78 said too about the WBA, that really is Anthony Joshua's mandatory that Wilder's fighting, but they've been protecting Anthony Joshua. And at this point, I just can't respect the man anymore. I don't like him, man. I can't stand Anthony Joshua. I can't stand when these fighters become like robots and let promoters talk for them. And, he wants to be Mr. Philosopher and all of that whenever it's convenient for him. Man, step up and fight Deontay Wilder, man. He ain't going to kill you, man. You could take a loss on your record. All the greats did. You know what I'm saying? So you could take a loss like George Foreman and Lennox Lewis and all the others. You know what I'm saying? But they too caught up in this stupid protecting the old shit and worrying about who got more Twitter followers and who could sell out an arena. And the fans back this shit up, man. They back it up. They've been doing it for a while. I told you I've never seen a set of fans like this. It's cool now to duck another fighter. And then they start getting involved. The fans who are broke, the majority of them are broke. 99% of them are broke off their ass. And they up here talking about the next man money and shit. It make me sick. I don't even want to fucking communicate with them motherfuckers. I want to interact with them. And stay the fuck away from my page too if you like that.
Yeah, that's real. That's real rap, man. I can't fuck with it, man. But that's everything was super facts. Ticket TV, what's up, baby?
Man, what's up, everybody? What's good? I see y'all in the room.
What's up, Ticket?
What's
going on, big homie? What's up, Blood 7-8? Everybody that's in, Coach. Everybody, Junior, the Truth. Everybody.
Already. Hey, but look though, Ticket TV. So we talking about the upcoming Wilder Ortiz fight, man. And I got to get your thoughts. What are your thoughts on the upcoming fight?
Man, I'll be honest with you. I think that shit gonna be easy motherfucking work, and I think that shit gonna. I think motherfuckers gonna come out and call Luis Ortiz all types of bum ass motherfucker and old ass motherfucker, all kind of shit after the way Deontay Wilder fit the flatline his ass. Deontay Wilder been to whoop this boy ass, and I know Luis Ortiz is probably the most skilled boxer in the heavyweight division, but I just think, man, the determination that this dude is gonna come with. I think fight night. This motherfucker, Luis Ortiz, going to see something that he never seen before in Deontay Wilder's eyes. Because you guys got to think, man, Deontay Wilder, this man is really on a mission, man. And he has been hawking all of these motherfuckers down that's in his way. And he's just been mowing them down, man. And I just see Luis Ortiz as another victim. And I mean, once that motherfucker gets hit flush, one good time from Deontay Wilder, and he feel that power, all that boxing IQ and shit going to go out the window. He going to be fighting for his dear life. And I think he's going to be in retreat mode. But I just think that Deontay Wilder, man, you guys know how he does, man. Once he feels like he motherfucking smells blood, there's blood in the water, it's over, man. He jumps on you and he gets you up out of it. He makes the ref want to stop the fight. And I just think that this is going to be a 4 or 5 round fight, and it's going to be all she wrote. You know what I'm saying? And this is not take nothing away from Luis Ortiz's skills, man, but just Deontay Wilder, man, it's just like when you on a different level. It's like we talk about basketball when Jordan was playing. When Jordan was in his championship days, man, he was just wanted to take any and everybody out that was in his way. And nobody even got an opportunity to sniff 7 games because Jordan was so much of a killer. He didn't want to let you get to 7 games. And I just think Deontay Wilder is in his mold right now to where he's just so much of a killer. You understand what I'm saying? He's trying to take each and every one of these motherfuckers out. And I just think that that's going to make the Anthony Joshua situation that much more difficult because we see what Eddie Hearn's doing, man.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I forgot Ticket TV. Tell the people how they can follow you, family.
Man, Ticket TV Boxing, y'all already know what's up, man. I mean, part of the LDBC Lions Den Boxing community, man. The biggest, man, the fastest, the biggest growing. You understand what I'm saying? Community that's online. You understand? This ain't no dig at nobody else, but, I really appreciate what You know, guys like Blood, 7-8, all of us did, man. It's just, man, it's something that's beautiful, man. And we got a voice, you know, that needs to be heard. And we all don't agree on every single thing, but we all got love and respect for each other. And that's what means the most. You understand what I'm saying? These guys, they talk to each other behind the scenes and stuff, man. You guys got to understand that these dudes, man, you understand what I'm saying? They really got a real brotherhood. And that's the thing I respect about the Lions Den boxing community the most, man.
Yes, indeed. We got a real live Wakanda. You feel me? This is that real live Wakanda shit going on. Shout out to Mr. Mont, man, on the super chat, man. We appreciate that, family.
Much love.
Already. Okay, so Coach, what's up, Coach? Did we lose, Coach?
Hey, did y'all already talk about Keith Thurman?
Can you guys hear me?
Not chat. Yeah, we can hear you, Coach. We can hear you, Coach. What's going on, Coach?
Hey, man, what's going on, man? How you guys doing, man?
Good, brother.
Coach, man. How you feeling?
Coach.
Hey, man, I'm glad to be amongst my brothers, man. I'm glad to be amongst my brothers. And, you know, this ain't no code. This is an organization. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm glad to be amongst my brothers.
Yes, indeed. What's understood needs no explanation. So let's talk about this. This Wilder Ortiz. We got to hear your stance on it.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I think people are really counting out Deontay Wilder, and it's and I think it's asinine that, you know, people are really counting this guy out. You know, he's in there working, he's doing his thing, and he's actually showed that, you know, he does have an equalizer in that right hand. He showed that. I think it's a 50-50 fight. Wilder has a chance, but, you know, I just think the Wilder detractors, they're not looking at stylistically how this fight's going to play out. They ain't looking at that. I think people are just looking at, okay, well, I just don't like Deontay Wilder. I just don't like him. You know, I can't stand him, and I just want the bastard to lose. Like, that's what the agenda is. So we got to be for our champion, okay? Deontay Wilder is the LDBC champion, okay? He's our champion. So we got to support this guy in every way, fashion, because, you know, he rolls with us, you know? He rolled with us, and, you know, the great interviews that he gave 78. And I think he gave 78 a lot more exclusive interview footage than he been giving anybody else. I mean, I think he have. And I think he's opened up and actually let 78 in there, like, more than any place else. And he respects us, man. He respects us. He respects us, you know, for trying to tell the truth and you know, just not put up with the BS, you know. That's why the LDBC was created, because we got sick and tired of just dealing with, you know, just all the BS of the media. You know, you got the, what's that boy name with the Keith Thurman ponytail? Oh, you got the Dougie Fisher. You got, you know, the Dan Raphael with his 15 necks and 5 asses. And then you got, I don't know that other clown name, but, you know, you got these guys. And so we got to protect our champion, okay? And we got to pull for our champion. And I think Deontay Wilder is a live dog in this fight. Luis Ortiz, he can try to box Deontay Wilder to death. He's going to get caught with that right hand. My question is, what is Luis Ortiz going to do when Deontay Wilder catch him with that right hand? I mean, what do you guys think he's going to do when they catch him with that right hand?
Yes, indeed. Man, it's going down, man. It's going down. Black Fight Fan TV, what's up, family?
What's going down, homie?
Man, you got it, man. Tell the people how they can follow you.
Oh, man, you can catch me on Black Fight Fan TV. You can catch me on Black Fight Fan TV on YouTube, and you can go to the Instagram at Black Fight Fan. You dig?
Yes, indeed. So I know you got something to say about this Wilder Ortiz. Let's hear it.
Well, you know, man, I'm gonna say this. I think everybody's, not everybody, but I think for the most part, because of all the anticipation surrounding Deontay Wilder, I think a lot of people are discounting and disregarding Luis Ortiz. Luis Ortiz is very dangerous. He's very aggressive. He's a killer. He's a monster. He's agile. He's mobile. He can box. He's a southpaw. He just is an all-around huge threat to Deontay Wilder. And I think this has to be said, not just for the reasons of I think that this guy is going to give Deontay Wilder a hard time. It must be said because we need to evaluate and really look at the level of competition that Deontay Wilder is taking on right now. I think that's being completely disregarded because people got their blinders on. This dude, in my eyes, is a much, not just a little bit, is a much bigger threat to Deontay Wilder than Anthony Joshua will ever be. I think that if Deontay Wilder and when Deontay Wilder beats Luis Ortiz, I believe 100% that that is a more credible win than Anthony Joshua. And that's just my opinion. I think this fight is a serious fight. And to me, this fight will prove more to me for Deontay Wilder than Anthony Joshua would. And Deontay Wilder has also showed you the charisma of a champion. He showed you the heart of a champion by consistently calling these guys out, bringing them out even after they tested positive in steroids. He just wants to prove that he's the best. He's showing you he's the lion of the division. This fight, man, has a lot of implications. Like I said, just to me personally, this is as a fight fan and who I am in a sport and how I look at it. I look at this fight as more important than the Joshua fight. I really believe in my heart. I believe that Anthony Joshua within himself and Eddie Hearn and Barry Hearn and all the rest of them guys over there within themselves have already conceived and came to the conclusion that Deontay Wilder can destroy Anthony Joshua within 5 to 6 rounds. Nobody thinks that Anthony Joshua can beat Deontay Wilder in reality. When you really look at what's going on and how guys is hiding them, if you really believe that somebody can beat somebody and they your guy, you're gonna press them out there. You know, that's just how I feel about it, man.
Yeah, yes, indeed.
Let me say one more thing, man.
Go ahead, Blood.
Just real quick, man. In my opinion, this fight right here is number 1 versus number 2. Okay. I have Wilder as number 1. I have Ortiz as number 2. There's no way in hell I would ever say that a scary punk like Anthony Joshua would beat a killer like Ortiz. He don't got no heart whatsoever. If they were getting ready to fight, I'd be picking Ortiz to KO him, do him like Bone Crusher did Frank Bruno punk ass.
Easy.
Yeah, I gotta agree with that, Blood, man. I don't think that Anthony Joshua can beat Luis Ortiz. I don't. I think they know that. I think they fully aware of that. They understand that. That's why Anthony Joshua is not fighting Luis Ortiz.
Yeah,
that's why they moved him. They moved him.
The WBA,
right.
they knew it. Everybody know it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, and they definitely trying to protect them, man. And it's just something in the milk ain't white, man. Something in the milk ain't white. I think, I doubled down on what Black Fight Fan said. Man, for me, this is the number 1 heavyweight matchup right now. Like, I don't care nothing about Anthony Joshua, Joseph Parker, none of that. That shit is second, third, fourth fiddle. You know what I mean? The bout for heavyweight supremacy takes place on March the 3rd. You know what I'm saying? Bottom line.
Let me ask y'all this question. Since y'all said that Deontay Wilder smokes Luis Ortiz, do y'all think this is a better win than AJ's win on old ass Klitschko?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Thank y'all for saying that.
Any of those guys would have beat Klitschko. Ortiz would have beat him, and so would have Wilder. All of them would have beat Klitschko, old ass, who's way past his prime and had too many miles on the odometer.
But I gotta tell y'all, man,
old ass guy.
He looked good that night, though, man.
I mean, he older than what Larry Holmes was when he fought Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying?
He looked good that night.
But you know what? On top of all that, Klitschko picked the one that he thought was going to be the easiest win.
Yep. That's right. That's right.
He picked the softest pillar.
Yep. That's right.
Klitschko looked good that night. I mean, he looked good that night. He fought good, man. But I don't know, man. I don't really know, but I definitely know that Ortiz is a tough opponent, man. And everybody trying to downplay Ortiz being a tough opponent because maybe his name ain't out there as far as a Klitschko is, but this guy dangerous, man. Ortiz is dangerous.
Well, it's either gonna be Povetkin or Miller next. Watch and see. Y'all know it's gonna be punk ass. One of them punks gonna be next.
But we got to understand, though, you know what I'm saying? When we say that people are trying to downplay Ortiz, we got to understand the caliber of fans that we actually deal with. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't really you know, you guys are I don't want to call y'all boxing snobs, man, or boxing elitists, but you are. You know what I'm saying? So like even, you know, case in point that when we hear a fighter's name and we might not be all too familiar with him, right? I hear each and every one of you motherfuckers, myself included, going back and hear you say, well, I went back and I watched YouTube and I saw this or I saw that. You know what I'm saying? I went and did this, like, and you study up on opponents. People who, you know, they don't know anything necessarily about Ortiz. They don't know, you know, his whole past and so on and so forth. All they know with regards to the heavyweight was Klitschko, and now Klitschko's gone, and they know Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder, and the majority of them have bought into this Eddie Hearn bullshit, and they think that Anthony Joshua is the top dog in the heavyweight division, and we all know that he's third and maybe even fourth if Joseph Parker fuck around and smoke him out. You know what I'm saying? So like,
yeah, but if he come over here and fight Miller in Brooklyn, who's going to be asking the questions? What did Miller do? Well, what did Miller do? He didn't fight nobody. Who the fuck did Miller fight then, huh? Who did he fight? Why ain't nobody asking that? Where was all the outcry today over who Miller fought? They do that with Wilder all the time. They want to go and cry, talking about he ain't fought this guy, he ain't fought that guy, but they ain't doing that with Miller. So you know they ain't gonna do that with Povetkin punk ass either, who a cheater.
Hey, Blood, I heard something funny. Today I was listening to the Boxer Voice show, and somebody called in and said they said, well, Wilder needs to beat Ortiz and then he need to fight Povetkin. So they want Wilder to clean up all these dirty motherfuckers, the best heavyweights on the planet. They want Wilder to fight him and clean these motherfuckers up, hoping that he lose to one of them. But meanwhile, Joshua get to go on some little, man, get the fuck out of here, dog. This shit gay.
That's what they do.
All of Brooklyn should go out to that fight.
Racist.
Yeah, that's what they do. Wilder is the descendant of a slave. He's the descendant of slaves. That's what they do, man. So we got 503 Lion in the building. 503 Lion, what's up, family?
What's going down, fellas? What's up?
Man, you got it, family. Tell the people how they can follow you.
Oh man, you know it's great. White 503 on Instagram and 503 Lion on YouTube and Twitter, man.
Yes, indeed. So I gotta hear it, man. I gotta hear. What's your thoughts on this upcoming Wilder Ortiz fight?
Ooh, man, I'm excited, man. I mean, this the fight we're looking forward to. I think everybody in the LDBC got this one marked down on their calendar. They gonna, you know, clear their day for that one, man. And it's gonna tell a lot, man. And I just want everybody to watch that fight and pay attention, man. And after this fight, no excuses, man. But as everybody been saying, they steady gonna duck, you know, Bomb Squad, because they making all these other fights for AJ. So we probably won't get it to next year, man. That's what I think.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
AJ
indeed.
is a hoe.
AJ, man. It's AJ.
Yeah.
Oh man, never mind, man. I'm gonna keep my opinion to myself right now. Okay, so we got DCB boxing in the building. DCB, what's up, family?
What's going on, everybody? What's going on?
Hey, man, it's all chicken, but the motherfucking bone, man. Tell the people how they can follow you, family.
Already know, man. DCB on YouTube. You have to follow me on there, man. And my Snapchat at Dream Takes the Box.
Yes, indeed. You might as well jump in there on that Wilder Ortiz right quick while we got it wide open.
All right, man. Nah, I'm excited for the matchup. I think it's a pretty good matchup. I don't think it's a blockbuster. Y'all excuse me real quick. Sorry about that, y'all excuse me real quick. I'm still on campus. But yeah, man, like I think it's a pretty good matchup. I think it's a matchup that a lot of people want. I don't think it's the biggest fight in the world, but I think it's a good fight, man. I think it's a good fight. Luis Ortiz is getting downgraded, but I mean, it ain't like we didn't see this coming, man. We already knew what the deal was. The moment that fight got made, excuses were going to be made as well. It goes hand in hand with Wilder. So nothing surprising, nothing new, but it's going to be a good fight. Ortiz looks like he's in really good shape. And, man, it's going to be a great fight. I think it's going to be a great fight. Ortiz definitely has a chance. When Wilder beats him, I think there's going to be another knock on his belt. I think Wilder right now, he should push for the big baby matchup. He's not going to get Joshua because we live in a new age right now where fans don't really want to see. I don't know what it is, man. Boxing has some of the most self-destructive fans in any sport I've ever seen, but they don't realize it to the point where if you look at the post, just like just on YouTube, people aren't even getting upset anymore for the most part. We've almost grown numb to it, but at the same time, we've lost interest to the point where before we're having these debates, we're going back and forth. But now a lot of people just legitimately stop caring. And what a lot of these guys don't understand is that you take away a lot of the controversy, people responding. There's one thing, man. It's like all news is that like is good news, you know what I'm saying? Whether they're talking bad or good about you. But right now we're seeing again to the point where people aren't really saying anything at all. People aren't dropping as much videos. And I don't know, like even on Twitter, like everything seems to kind of be drying out a little bit to me. And that's gonna hurt the sport even more than what people thought. But yeah, anyway, to get back to the fight, man, it's gonna be a really good fight. I'm definitely looking forward to it. I have Wilder stopping Ortiz, but it'll be a great fight.
Yes, sir. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Trap House Boxing. What's good, family?
What's good, everybody?
Hey, man, tell the people how they can follow you, family.
YouTube, Trap House Boxing, man. Twitter, at Trap House Boxing. And on Instagram, Trap House Boxing.
Yes, indeed. Straight to it. Wilder Ortiz, man, what are your thoughts?
Oh, man, it's going to be a good fight, man. You know, long as it lasts. I'm looking for Wilder to go ahead and get Ortiz up out of there. You know, hopefully sooner than later. I don't want to go to the scorecards, but I see Wilder getting him up out of there, man. I don't think, Ortiz is going to be able to stay away from that right hand all night. You know, it's going to be competitive in a little chess match for a little while, but after that, I think Wilder will catch up to him, and get him out of there. But I don't think it's going to be no easy just catch up to him like that. You know what I mean? So, but other than that, though, man, I just want to say one thing. And, they trying to make, they sitting up there talking about they want to make AJ a global superstar and all this over here in the U.S. But I'm going to tell you one thing about this. If AJ decides to become a global star over here, the American public, we're going to demand that fight. We ain't going to sit back like the UK fans and act like it don't exist. That's one thing about the American public. You want to be known over here, you got to put your nuts on the line, homeboy. And that's just bottom line.
100% agreed, man. 100%, dog. This shit is crazy, man. This shit is a fucking epidemic that's going on with this ducking shit with him and with motherfucking Spence, man. This shit is disgusting, man. I mean, for real, man. You motherfuckers need to understand y'all not Floyd Mayweather, man. Cut the shit out, man. That shit is a once in a fucking million lifetime type of shit that you get two motherfuckers that's cooked up that much that, people are just waiting to see this shit years and years and years and years. And the shit is just like, man, motherfuckers just be thinking they can recreate this shit. And I can't remember who said this shit. It was 7-8 or somebody else said in the video. These motherfuckers ain't even pay-per-view stars. These motherfuckers running around here acting like they motherfucking Teflon Don. They not even pay-per-view stars. Do some pay-per-view numbers first. Motherfucking do 1 million pay-per-views, then come out here and talk about what you think about the fans and shit, man, before, you get to disrespecting the people that motherfucking put money in your pocket, man. And I'm going to tell y'all something, man. We got to start getting on Al Heyman and all these people, too, because they're responsible for not giving us these fights, too. Telling y'all, I used to be all Al Heyman.
That's the word.
These motherfuckers, they condoning this shit, man. This shit got to stop, man. This shit is disgusting, man. I'm serious, man.
I put the video on the shelf today, Ticket. I had one in the chamber for Al Heyman, baby, but
that's crazy. I just recorded one.
I was so graphic. I didn't put that whole out, but Al Heyman is the main reason why we're not getting these fights, bro. Is getting they playing the game, but beyond all that, Eddie Hearn is not winning over here, man. Eddie Hearn taking L's left and right. I don't think they want to mess with this market. They was trying to play with this market with Danny Jacobs and Gerald Miller. I think they just trying to cut their losses and run up out of here. Like I told y'all last week, that hoe going back across the water with a shoestring holding up his pants. I see him getting less and less interested in this market. I see him throwing up all kinds of other pieces of fights and different things like that to trying to pollute and cloud the mind of the boxing fans.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out. Hold on. 1 second, Trap. Shout out to Bo One, man. Bo One on the super chat. Appreciate you, family. He says if Wilder comes out against Ortiz like he did against Thurman, it's not going the distance. It is not going the distance. Okay, go ahead, Trap.
Yeah, I'm like Black Fight fans say, man, he taking L's left and right because he done set up here and said today that he be trying to get a feel for the American public, and he like a goddamn duck in the goddamn ocean somewhere trying to figure out where he fit in there because he trying to tell these corny ass jokes. Ain't nobody even plugging into it. He just having a hard time, and that's another reason why he trying to throw that Jared Miller shit and AJ over there in Brooklyn. Besides trying to keep Wilder name out the picture, period.
Yes,
Trap. I feel you saying Trap, man. But I want to get back to this shit with fucking Al Heyman because I heard some shit. I know all y'all heard it too. Like I 7A said something about this shit too, man. When I listen to these motherfuckers, man, in these interviews, I really be listening deep into some of the shit they be saying. And if we listen to motherfuckers like Thurman, these motherfuckers, they talking about, yo, I was advised. Now, who the fuck is his advisor? His advisor's Al Heyman. So how's all these motherfuckers getting advised and then saying, listen, I ain't getting no calls from Al Heyman about Earl Spence, this, that, and the third. How is all this shit going on? You understand what I'm saying? If all these motherfuckers got the same advisor and these fights can easily be made. See, I was a dude, I was off Al Heyman. I was defending Al Heyman because I thought he was doing the right thing, putting the fights on free TV, you know what I'm saying, doing the anti-Bob Arum thing and all that other shit. But I'm just starting to see now that they're trying to play the fans. They think the fans are fools because they pay so much money to see Mayweather and that shit with Pacquiao. They waited so long. Then you came back and you got the money from the McGregor shit. So they think the fans are so dumb that they'll just wait, and then they can just cash out on every. Because I think it was 7. I can't remember who said it, but he said, yo, Keith Thurman gonna push this thing out so much that it's gonna get to the point where he gonna say, you know what, I want $10 million for that fight or some crazy shit.
That's what he gonna do, bro. And the one a brother made a video today. I think it was Boxing Clinic, if I'm not mistaken. I was listening to some of his video before the podcast, and he made a good point. He said if Al Heyman would have put Charles Martin in there with Wilder for unification, we wouldn't be going through all this bullshit with AJ. Because Wilder had 2 belts right now, and it wouldn't be all this leverage shit and what have you done and all that old stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? The Klitschko fight probably wouldn't even happen that way with that WBA title on the line. We would have been had the AJ fight.
You know what I'm saying? Al Heyman is, man, y'all. Al Heyman, man. Okay, he's been a problem for a while. He's paid these fighters good. Okay, and now it's just the type of people that's getting paid. These fighters don't give a fuck about us. And what's really killing the game is these fanboy media guys who's following them around with the camera. I heard some clown ask Keith Thurman yesterday, how does it feel now to be the cash cow, to be Mayweather? He asked him straight up. It was like for Fight Hub, one of them. That right there is
that's one of the main problems, Blood.
Hey, Blood. When you mention the media clowns, make sure you mention the one name specifically first. Nestor Gibbs.
Man.
Nestor Gibbs and Nestor Gibbs and Setback.
Oh God!
They damn Setback with that guy got 300,000 subs and getting like 50 views and shit, man. Talking about Setback, man. His old punk ass. Hey man, I'm gonna tell you,
recording.
Man, keep Thurman ponytail on hard, man. And I'm gonna tell you what's happening with that, man. His ponytail on hard because he think he finna fight Danny Garcia. That's what he thinking, man. See, he getting excited for that, man. Real excited. He wants that fight.
About the WBC said that you gotta fight 2 mandatories. But y'all talking about is that on the lineup?
Yeah.
That's another word for convenience, man. That's all mandatory is. That's another word for convenience. Because these guys, they make that shit convenient. They make it when the guys are mandatory. Okay, well, if it's a damn dominant weight, hey, that's my mandatory. But if it's a Jamal Charlo, oh well, damn, gotta wait his turn in line. He ain't no damn gentleman. I don't give a damn about the mandatories. Fuck the mandatories. And see
the thing about it is, Coach, none of these guys have fought each other. If you guys go to the spreadsheet, none of these guys have fought each other. You got a group of website owners who going around following Adrian Broner and Keith Thurman and all these guys like little fanboys and saying, hey, well, how does it feel to be the next Mayweather? When you got these fucking clowns doing that all the time, these guys' attitude ain't never going to change. They're not asking the right questions. Why aren't they questioning the WBC's policy on having 2 mandatories? And why don't they do their fucking job as media men and stop fucking walking around behind. These fucking make me sick. They all got fucking vaginas between their legs, man.
Yo, blood, you right. And that's what I was trying to tell 7-8. I made a reply video to 7-8 today. Like, that's why I said Earl Spence got to stay on these motherfuckers' helmets. Because, listen, I could see if these were just some bum-ass motherfuckers he was trying to get a payday off of, but they got some shit that nigga want. He want them motherfucking straps, man. And if they got some shit he want, you got to stay on their motherfucking ass the same way he did Kell Brook. Because I'm going to tell you what happened. He made Kell Brook feel like so much of a bitch, even though Kell Brook was advised to stay away from Earl Spence. After he got motherfucking hounded by the people so much, his motherfucking heart kicked in and said, you know what, man, I can't walk around here having people call me all type of pussy and all type of shit. You understand what I'm saying? Because they think I ducked this man, or because I listened to Eddie Hearn and it went up to 154. See what I'm saying? So that's why I think he needs to stay on Keith Thurman them ass so that the fans will stay on him too, so that we keep pressure to this motherfucker so that he know we ain't going away. Because see, Keith Thurman type motherfucker, if you let him think that you going to let off his helmet, off his ponytail, oh, he going to get real comfortable. He going to feel real relaxed. But if Earl Spence is popping up at this motherfucker everywhere he pop up, if he's popping up everywhere, Sean Porter and fucking Danny Garcia and these motherfuckers got events, you understand what I'm saying? He keeps shit uncomfortable for him. And that's when you get the fans running up on these motherfuckers and demanding to get what we want to see. And if you get motherfuckers want to disrespect that, if they want to disrespect that, if they want to disrespect the fans, fuck them. We can shut this whole shit down on boycott.
Run up on them. The fans got said that the fans got to do the fucking media's job. And Gary Benson, who just gave $10 to the super chat, he says the PBC should be boycotted. Let me tell y'all something. This is the time when we should discuss it on an all black panel. Okay, we didn't wait for them haters we didn't act on them. If we discuss the problems, we doing it here between us. Not no pressure from no outside. Okay.
Yes, indeed.
Just to let that be known.
Yes, indeed. Shout out to Gary Benson, man. Really, truly appreciate it. Gary says, truthfully, all the PBC should be boycotted with the exception of Spence. Heyman got these fighters sitting on their asses and not wanting to challenge themselves. Garcia got paid $1.25 million for a tune-up. $1.25 million for what they bring in, like 500,000 views. Man, that boy hit a lick, man. That boy hit a lick.
Hey man, hey, blood. Let me say something right quick, blood. I've been kind of quiet. We can't forget about the Charlos, man. Like, these dudes is getting ducked, man. Jamal Charlo getting ducked. I know Spence at 147. You know what I'm saying? But Charlo going through the ringer too, and we don't know who Jamel gonna fight. You feel me? I don't want to see him in there with no mediocre cat. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully he can get Hurd or Laura in there. You know what I'm saying? But these dudes got to do something, man. You know what I'm saying? But that's all I wanted to say, man.
Man, the problem for me, the problem is the problem with the PB. My fault. The problem is the 147-pound division, man. In my opinion, that's the problem with regards to the PBC, because you know the shit was founded basically on all the smoke that was going on in the 147-pound division. You know what I'm saying? All the other weight classes was kind of extra, but the 147-pound division was the bread and butter. And now these motherfuckers is in there ducking each other and not playing, and they got the motherfucking, like I said before, the Duck Dynasty going on. They playing, man. They playing with each. Let
me say something. I'm gonna give y'all a historical perspective, okay? In the 80s, you had these four guys called the Big Four: Hagler, Hearns, Duran, and Leonard. Okay, they shut everybody out. They shut Nunn out. They shut Pryor out. They shut Curry out. They shut McCallum out, and they never fought these guys. And to this day, we're wondering, you know, what would have happened. Now you see these three cowards trying to do the same thing, trying to create some media between the three of them. So what do all these stupid media outlets do? They pick up on it and say, "Oh, look at the beef between Sean Porter, Garcia, and Keith Thurman." So they're creating a big three type thing, and you know, and they're getting a pass for it. Nobody sees what's going on. It's fucking ridiculous, man, and it's a joke.
Yeah, we see it. We see it. Hold on. Before we go too far into that, because we got to jump back into that. We got to jump back into that. I want to talk about, and I want to hear from you guys about the Joshua and Miller fight, the Anthony Joshua versus Big Baby Miller fight. We kind of talked about it, but we didn't go in depth about that fight with Eddie Hearn making that announcement that fight could potentially take place in August of 2018. So come on, 78 Sports, what you think about that, family?
You know, Eddie Hearn, it's just Eddie Hearn getting what he wants. He said from the beginning he didn't want this fight, Wilder Joshua fight, until 2019, some crazy shit like that. You know, Joshua said it himself, 2019, 2020, you know, so they're gonna try to get as much money as possible because they're afraid of Deontay Wilder. That's just flat out what it is. It's something in Deontay Wilder that they fear, because if they thought Wilder was easy pickings for Joshua, they would have been jumped on that situation and then try to build up somebody else. But they looking at Wilder as a serious threat stylistically to Joshua. So what they're doing now is going out of their way to avoid him. And the media and the fans are going to let these guys get away with this shit. And it's just disgusting, bro, because Eddie Hearn should not be able to stand in front of a media member, a respectable media member, and say, yeah, our plan for Josh. No, the look on the media member face should be, what the fuck? Like, why not Wilder? And then he keep making these lies up about, oh, well, Wilder's in La La Land. He's in the fantasy world. He wants 50-50. Wilder already came out and said he'll take short money. If he whooped Joshua ass, you take the short money. Eddie Hearn say, oh, that's still 50-50. This is what Eddie Hearn said. This motherfucker said this literally today. He said, well, that's still 50-50 because, you know, if you lose this, he said, if you can take short like 30% now, and then if you lose, we'll give you less. But if you win, you still take the 30%. So he's saying that if Wilder beat this motherfucker, if he takes short money and then beat Joshua, he can't renegotiate. He got to take the same thing he got in the first fight. Like, who really don't want this fight? I mean, honestly, who really don't want this fucking fight? This is ridiculous. And fans is going, I see fans co-signing this shit. Yeah. It's man, I swear I don't like people, dog. I don't like people no more, dog. I don't even want to be around motherfuckers. This shit is disgusting. I ain't used to this phony, fake shit. It just don't make sense. That's why I only talk to nobody but y'all.
It's a new fan base, man. It's a new fan base before us. Like these new channels that's popping up and stuff. They started liking boxing like 2 or 3 years ago, and now you got guys who are fans of promoters, and they talk money talk, and most of them are broke. They live at their mom house and shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. And the last thing I'm gonna say is this: if Duhaupas was such a bum when Wilder fought him, why is Duhaupas now the stepping stone for Miller to get a Joshua fight? Eddie Hearn says if Miller looks impressive against Duhaupas, we can make that fight in August. Wilder looked impressive against Duhaupas a long time ago. Fuck you talking about? So that's all I gotta say about it.
Yes, indeed, man. That's crazy. Come on, Black Fight fan.
Yeah, man. I'm done getting my blood pressure up with these hoes, man. You understand what I'm saying? These hoes ain't gonna run my blood pressure up no more, man. And it seemed like that's being a residual to everybody. You know, the Danny Garcia numbers show that. The Danny Garcia numbers reflect the fed up fan. I mean, I really don't care. I mean, I'm losing respect for Al Haymon, you know, because I'm gonna be 100% real with you. Oscar De La Hoya is fading, and his pockets is fading, and these in them reporters and all them people that's working, they got to flip and go somewhere else. You understand what I'm saying? The hoes got to go somewhere else. The pimp is dead. The pimp is dead. He dying on this end. He went to jail, so the hoes got to go somewhere else. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not like I said. I ain't gonna let this stuff run my pressure up. I'm gonna keep putting the truth out there. I'm gonna keep supporting the trail, black, white, green, blue, whatever it is. I'm gonna keep it trail 100%. I lost a lot of respect for PBC and how they moving because I saw that today. WBC has a relationship with Mauricio Suleiman, just as Eddie Hearn has a relationship with the WBA, and just as Bob Arum has a relationship with the WBO. It's not that hard. It ain't hard to tell. It's broad as day. This boxing thing is a game. You understand what I'm saying? All I'm gonna do is get in where I fit in on these hoes. I'm gonna keep smashing. I'm gonna keep smashing on Keith Thurman. I'm gonna keep smashing on Eddie Byrne. I'm gonna keep smashing and keep smashing and keep smashing till these hoes head cave in. You dig what I'm saying? So all that other stuff is irrelevant. Don't get your pressure up. And I mean, it's just a game. Eddie Hearn and Gerald Miller is just a game that was always played. Just like Eddie Hearn played the game with Luis Ortiz, he playing it with Gerald Miller right now. Gerald Miller is in the way. They're going to try to feed him to Anthony Joshua. I don't know how that fight going to turn out. I see Gerald Miller online lifting weights, and I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't even know. He might not get the fight. Somebody else here, Marius Wack, might get the fight. I don't know who going to get the fight.
Did he say what?
I don't know who the hell. I don't know what's going on with these hoes out here. You know, but what I ain't gonna do is let these hoes run my pressure up. But what I am gonna do is I'm gonna keep a trill on these hoes, and I'm gonna play them and I'm gonna feed them with a long handle spoon. And that's just how I see it like that, man.
Yeah. Bottom line, coach. Talk to me, man. What's your thoughts on this Joshua Big Baby Miller fight?
Big Baby Miller's food for Joshua, man. Look. He gonna go in there and he basically gonna get his big ass whooped. And I'm gonna tell you why, man. I'm gonna break it down. This guy don't have stamina, man. This guy don't have a lot of stamina. He can hit, he can hit, he can take a good shot. But if you're in that tired, I don't care who you are, man. If you're a 250-pound guy and all your stamina gone, and if a 140-pound guy hits you, and if he keep hitting, eventually he gonna knock you out. Okay, that's just how it is. This guy don't have stamina, and I don't even think he got a lot of discipline in between and doing even fight camps, man. And I watch how this guy move, man. I watch how he do stuff, and he's just too sluggish, man. And see, for a guy like AJ, who probably has better stamina than he do, and that's not saying much because AJ's stamina not that great. But he gonna go in there, he gonna beat the hell out of Big Baby Miller. I think Big Baby Miller's too green for him, man. Way too green. And I think he's just the guy that they can say, "Oh, look, we beat this guy. We beat this Big Baby. We beat this Big Baby Jarrell Miller guy, and he was a good contender. So this makes AJ. It's going to make AJ look good, and they're going to justify why he shouldn't fight Wilder because they're going to say, does Wilder have anybody on his resume, of a Big Baby Miller? Does Wilder have anybody on his resume of a Klitschko? Does Wilder have any of these people on his resume?" And they're going to use this as an excuse to continue to duck Wilder. I mean, if Big Baby Miller catch him with a good shot, man, he probably can hurt Joshua. But I can't see him going in there and outlanding Joshua. Joshua got pretty good combinations. He got fast hands. To be a big dude, a muscle-bound, muscle-ass head dude can throw them combinations, man. And I don't know. I can't see it, man. I don't even see what Big Baby Miller even move his head, man.
Big Baby Miller ain't got no power. Big Baby Miller ain't got no power, coach. He ain't got no power.
In Black Fight, he don't even move his head, man. This guy, he's standing. It's almost like he's standing there trading. He'll take a shot, give a shot. That's not going to work against a Joshua. It's not going to work against a Wilder, man. Now, Big Baby was talking a good game. He was on Instagram talking shit, talking about, yeah, I'll go in there and do this to, Joshua. I'll go in there and do this to Wilder. Well, he finna get in there and get his ass whooped, y'all. This is not going to be good for Big Baby Miller. It's not. It's not going to be good at all. That's all, man. I'm done.
Not going to end well. Ticket TV, baby. What's going on, man? Talk to me about this Joshua Miller.
Hey, Junior. If you don't come through, let me say this, man. I don't even know if Big Baby Miller gonna get this fight with Joshua, man. I don't know if Eddie Hearn just lies so much.
It could be smoke. You're right. Mm-hmm. It could be him trying to pump up, make a sale on Big Baby Miller fight, make people watch it, tune in, and then he get a fight to perfect it anyway.
Yeah.
Right. That's what kind of underhanded stuff he doing. That's the energy that's going on in the fight game. Using people's names, even guys that's on your roster, using them guys to boost your profile up. I mean, it's just so much sucker stuff going on.
That's sucker, man. That's whole shit, man.
It's just, I mean, that's what's going on, though, man. But these are the type of dude we dealing with. We dealing with so many type of wormy, squirrely, broad type dudes. So cesspooly, filthy, grimy, dirtbag. under the scrotum type dudes, man. It's just like, man, you know, just dude, you just want to slap the cowboy piss out of on a daily. You dig what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen. We don't know what's gonna happen, and it's not that it's a good thing because it's giving the fans this defeatist attitude. And I'm gonna reflect back, and I know we're gonna get here, but you have to look at them Danny Garcia numbers, man. I was listening to some guys today say questioning if Danny Garcia was ever a star in boxing. Right. Are you out of your mind, bro? Danny Garcia was the hottest thing in boxing 2 years ago. He was the biggest. He was probably the top 3 under Floyd. Danny Garcia was in talks of getting the Floyd Mayweather fight just 2 or 3 years ago. And you asking if he was a star?
Right. How that happened? Yeah. How that happened?
I'm done bread, homie.
503 Live. Man, okay, so let me hear what you think about the Rios versus Garcia fight, man.
Oh man, it was a cool fight, man. You know, if you was at the highs or you had Showtime and you was able to tune into it, Danny looked good for the most part, man. He did what he was supposed to do. I was really more excited for the little show they had afterwards, man. You know what I'm saying? A little woo 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 woo, all that old shit, man. To be honest, man, I've been wanting to ask you something, bro. Like, I know you're Ohio boy, man. Like, what's up with your boy Sean Porter, man? Like, why he just putting emphasis on this, man? Like, to get Danny, man. Like, he don't want that smoke down here in Texas, man. What's up?
No, sir. He don't want that. He don't want that Errol Spence smoke. And the funny thing about it is, I recorded a video. I recorded an On the Move segment on my way home. I ain't uploaded it yet, so y'all gonna have to look out for that. But man, okay. I'm highly disappointed in Sean Porter. You feel me? Because with these Ohio boys, I was watching that boy when he was on Friday Night Fights. You feel me? And I was looking at him, he just Friday Night Fights with the big teeth. Like, this big tooth motherfucker about to put some work in. You feel me? And
hey, Junior.
Yes, sir.
Oh no, go ahead. My bad. I just want to answer the question.
Yes, sir. And then I'm always drawn to people who have relationships with their fathers and all that shit, man. So him and Kenny Porter, is magnetic, man. And then the more and more I start to shit starts to unfold, and I start to see like what's going on right now. I see the shit that Sean Porter's doing, and then I see how Kenny Porter, the street shit is just oozing off of him. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about that,
like my boy Ticket say, man, he got his fake Coogee on.
yeah, man, he got his Kango.
Fake ass Nino Brown, man. That shit is a scam, man. Listen, man, and he got Sean running around here acting like G Money. He put a battery in Sean back. Now he got Sean running up on dudes acting all crazy and shit like that. Right. But let me touch on just real quick what you asked me before, because I didn't get a chance to answer it.
Go ahead.
And then I'm gonna say something about this real quick, and I'm gonna get out the way. The situation with Big Baby Miller, I actually think that if Deontay Wilder ain't gonna get the fight, Big Baby Miller's the one I want to get the fight. Because if by some way, shape, or form, Big Baby Miller wins that fight, Big Baby Miller will fight Deontay Wilder. He's one heavyweight that we know that he won't hesitate to fight Deontay Wilder. He don't have to.
He gonna have to.
No. It ain't that he have to. Is it that he'll want to? You know what I'm saying? He's one of the guys who want to fight everybody. You know what I'm saying? So I believe that heavyweight division, that if he's the guy who actually, you know what I'm saying, can surprise everybody and win this fight, because trust me, you can't be surprised in boxing, man. Because I was when Chris Eubank Jr. he got his ass whooped by Groves, but you know what I'm saying? Listen. I think that's the only thing that could really benefit Deontay Wilder if he doesn't get the agent fight off top. And Brandon Rios thing right quick, man. It's bullshit. The man gets paid $1.2 million, and this is why they'll never fight nobody, because you can listen to his daddy run and talk that shit, Angel, talk about life and all this other shit and fighting this and doing that, and you know what I'm saying? Basically giving excuses to cherry pick his way around 147, not fight nobody, and still get $1.2 million paydays off the shit. You understand what I'm saying? And then I heard him say the shit after the fight. He looked at Brandon Rios and said, "Enjoy your money, man. Enjoy your money." Like, okay, I'm saying, motherfucker, this is just a payoff right here. Like, these motherfuckers, they really not worried about fighting the best. So when you got a guy like Errol Spence, I'm telling you what it is. They feel like they can market guys like Danny Garcia and Keith Thurman better than they can Earl Spence right now. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to get the money they can get off this Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia rematch. They're trying to see if they can spark some attention off this Sean Porter rematch, and they're trying to let the Earl Spence thing bubble. They're trying to, fuck Earl Spence and put him in the background because Keith Thurman keeps saying, "Oh, if he's the truth, if he's the truth, he's always gonna be there." No, motherfucker. If you one time, when the motherfucker call you out one time, you step your motherfucking ass up and take that challenge against another title holder, motherfucker. But since you want to change this shit up, you understand what I'm saying? And the shit is funny. We all seen it. These motherfuckers get to talking that gangster shit whenever Earl Spence ain't around. As soon as Earl Spence come around, they be quiet again.
Yes, sir. Debo.
Why you always criticizing Danny? What?
Go, Black Fight Fan. You had something to say.
Danny said, I'll fight. I ain't scared. I ain't dug nobody. And in the same fucking interview, his daddy came back and said, "Oh, but it's a businessman and it's got to be right." Motherfucker, get the fuck out of here, man. It's a business and it's got to be right. Y'all don't see what's going on behind the scene with promoters and all this other shit. Motherfucker, y'all got the same motherfucking advisor. Oh, we didn't get that call from Al. That's what K. Diddy said. K. Diddy talking about, I ain't get that call from Al. You think I wouldn't have took that call? Hell no, motherfucker. You sat up there and said that y'all wasn't thinking about Earl Spence just 2 weeks ago. I got you on the interview saying it then. Now all of a sudden you saying, oh, he's in the plans. He's in the plans, but not in the immediate plans. Now you saying that. Before you said he ain't even in y'all stratosphere. You ain't even thinking about him. See, these motherfuckers, man, I'm sorry, man. I can't fuck with niggas like that, man. Dudes
Hey,
around here.
Ticket.
I can't fuck with the nigga.
Yeah, I want to say this right quick because I've been seeing videos surface around people saying that Al Heyman protecting Earl Spence. How did he protect Earl Spence? Earl Spence had it the hardest out of all of them in the fucking PBC rankings. He had to go all the way to the UK and get his title. He didn't. How is he getting protected? You know what I'm saying? That's what I don't understand, man.
Man, ain't no protection. Go ahead, Black Fight Fan.
Nah, man, I was gonna say, whoever fight Anthony Joshua and beat him, the bid that they'll be tied up. The belts will be tied up for 2 or 3 matches because they gonna call for rematch after rematch, and unless you knock them out cold, which you probably will, but they're still exercise the rematch clause. So you're not gonna. So if Big Baby Miller was to beat Anthony Joshua, he gonna have to fight him again and give him, and probably some in the UK somewhere, give him a chance to get his belts back. Now, as far as the Danny Garcia, Brandon Rios fight go, I didn't watch the fight, man. I had no interest in the fight. I wasn't concerned about the fight. There was no buzz for me. I didn't have an inkling about it. And that's how it's been for a lot of these guys, a lot of these matches that's coming up. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not interested in Sean Porter versus Keith Thurman again. I'm not interested in Danny Garcia versus Keith Thurman again. I may watch. I ain't gonna say I may watch. I will watch for sure Sean Porter versus Danny Garcia because I would like to see, because I think that that would end one of those guys, that fight. I think that Sean would actually beat the brakes out Danny and beyond the point to where we can salvage him anymore, because he seems to get salvaged, and everybody is like we saying we still saying that Danny's this. We arguing who's the star, but the numbers prove that Earl Spence is the star of the PBC. And I think that they try and keep, he's a bigger star than Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman have the belts. And one of the things I will say is that Keith Thurman have the stronghold on everybody's career up under Al Heyman, because Keith Thurman decides who he's going to make the mega fight with. And until he decides that who he going to make his mega fight with this year, then that puts everybody else on a standstill. And I think that he's being advised by Al Heyman to do that, and corrupting the sport and disrupting the sport and disrupting the fans and taking advantage of the fans and people's kindness and alliances that he have. And which is not being appreciated right now and looked at as a sign of disrespect. But it is what it is. It's his game. It's his game. And if he chooses to destroy it, he chooses to destroy it. I mean, the proof is in the pudding in the Danny Garcia fight. Let's not get it twisted. And I hear a lot of these guys trying to act like Brandon Rios is some no-name fighter. Brandon Rios is a very noteworthy, known opponent. People know Brandon Rios. Brandon Rios just fought Manny Pacquiao in a pay-per-view that sold over 500,000 pay-per-views less than 2 years ago. Brandon Rios is a very known fighter. And Danny Garcia barely did that on television with him. This is a pure reflection. Danny Garcia was doing 1 million views a little while ago, just a little while ago. This is a pure reflection of the abuse that PBC is putting on his fans. You understand what I'm saying? The disregard for his fans. It's a pure reflection of that. It's going to continue to get worse and worse and worse because people, like Jeff said, are becoming disinterested. 78 is becoming fed up. People not even talking about your fights. The biggest boxing channel, 78 Sports TV, don't even know when you're going to fight a week before you finna fight. People don't care about you fighting no more. People don't care about you. Remember, Danny Garcia was popping. Danny Garcia is a nobody. He's a nobody. Nobody cares about him no more. And it's going to be like that consistently with each and every one of these guys until these people step up, man up, and do what they supposed to do. And that's support, and that's feed the fans the fights that they want to see. Yeah, I always talking about the UFC this, the UFC that. UFC put on the fights that people want to see. You'll never match the UFC because you can't do what you're supposed to do. You always got some backroom side order deal going on with some fake shimmied up mobster or some whack wannabe gangster dude cutting deals on the side. This sport ain't gonna never get right till we get some order around this hoe. And the fans is gonna have to unify, stud up, and just not watch these hoes collectively. Let the only people be at these fights be press people. That's what it needs to be. You know what I'm saying? I'm done with it.
And the bottom line, though, on some real shit is just like, that is directly indicative of where this shit is headed. Like, and I understand, you know what I'm saying, with Al Heyman, for instance, he's advising these dudes, and if you sit down and you listen to him talk, you will hear him. You know what I'm saying? Advised people around me, I've been advised, and he's advising them in the same capacity that Floyd Mayweather was advised. The thing about it, though, is that boxing fans, we're smarter, man. We're smarter. We're more studied up. We're more in tune with what the fuck is going on. And most importantly, we remember how disrespectful it was to sit there and wait for the Mayweather Pacquiao fight for 5 years. Man, we're not waiting no 5 years to see Keith Thurman fight nobody. Especially
about Danny Garcia?
Especially when Keith Thurman is only fighting one time a year. That's fucking fight. It'll take us 5 years, fight. Man, no, man. No. Go ahead, Blood.
Okay, listen, man. Fucking Danny Garcia, man. I mean, this guy here, man, he's gonna continue to have the media chasing after him. He's one of those media darling boys. He's one of the problems. Okay, now he just got all this money. It goes back to what Sweet Pea was saying, Pernell Whitaker. Recently, last month, Pernell Whitaker said that these guys want to fight one time a year, okay, and then they come back and they expect everybody to know who they are. And these numbers just prove that nobody know who these guys are. You know, and Al Heyman, he's disrespecting the sport by paying these guys. Even Mayweather himself said that these guys are overpaid. Okay, Mayweather already had a following. That same plan is not going to work, man, with these fighters now. But what's helping it work for a little while longer is these fanboy media guys, man. Why is Danny Garcia even relevant? He ain't fought in over a year before he had the fight with fucking Brandon Rios. And by the way, it was a garbage ass fight. It was a pussy fight. Okay, it was straight garbage. In fact, Rios actually won a round. I had Rios winning 2 of the rounds until he did some good work against Danny Garcia, and he's punch drunk at this point. Okay, so you know it's garbage, man. These fans gotta stop pushing these fighters and these I'm talking about these media fanboys. I mean, because they're the ones who's putting everything out there. They're the ones with the camera going around asking dumb questions and keeping these dumbasses relevant. They can't even get viewers on fucking regular TV, and people are pushing behind them. It's fucking ridiculous, man.
Man, And it's the bottom line. So, okay, so with regards to the weekend, so we do know about the festivities that took place, and we knew, that like we talked about Sean Porter running around, calling people out, and so on and so forth. But now we heard recently in like today or the last day or so that Keith Thurman could very well may have back-to-back mandatories, those being Sean Porter and Danny Garcia. Now I've been watching boxing for 30 some odd years, man, damn near 40 years. And I've never heard anything like that, man. Never heard anything about that like that. So Trap House, that's
happened, bro. That's happened. Jamil Charlo had 2 mandatories. Charles Hadley and Erickson Lubin. He had that
at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I missed that whole shit. Trap House, what's your thoughts on Keith Thurman having the back-to-back mandatories?
Man, look, I really want to talk about all that prior shit. I don't really want to waste my time with Keith Thurman because I'm done talking about Keith Thurman, to be honest with you, bro. But I'm going to backtrack on all the other shit, and I'm going to pass the mic to somebody else. They can talk about Keith Thurman, or y'all can. But I disagree with everybody with that whole Jared Miller situation. I think Jared Miller is a nightmare for Anthony Joshua, man, to be honest with you. I don't think highly of Anthony Joshua that much. Everybody already know that. He ain't that good to me. And I think that'd be a bad mistake if they put him in the ring with Jared Miller. And the truth be told, Coach, Jared Miller got way more fucking stamina than AJ.
That's what I
think. Yeah, believe that. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to tell you, Jared Miller get the leaning all on this big ass, bro. And AJ be sitting up there with his mouth all wide open. Man, I'm telling you, it'll be a bad matchup for him. I'm telling you. And what was the other little situation we was talking about after that?
We talked about the Garcia Rios fight.
Oh man, Danny, man. Look at here. Danny on that second or third tier in the weenie weight. That's the name of that weight division. That's the weenie weight. So these niggas there, they acting like a bunch of weenies anyway. But he got second or third tier in that division, man. He don't need it, man. Look at here. I thought that he would beat Sean, but what I seen, bro, he let Brandon Rios rough him up and do all that. Danny looked horrible in that fight to me. A lot of people were giving him all that credit. They were saying I was being bad, a little harsh on him. He was on 11-month layoff. Yeah, I get it. But Danny defense looked horrible. He got better defense than that. Giving him his credit. He fight better than that. He got better defense than that. But he let Brandon Rios just, if it wasn't for that little knockout, man, Brandon Rios took him through tooth and nail. And he was struggling. But other than that, man, I'm done. I ain't got nothing to say about Keith Thurman, bro. The hell with him.
Man. Damn, Trap. You don't got nothing. Damn. Yeah. Keith, I hope you get a hold of this, man. I hope you get a hold of this. Shout out to Dark Heart 68 on the super chat, bro. He says Errol got all these welterweights conducting themselves like cowards. It's disgraceful. After Ocampo and Ugas mandatory, Errol should focus on Bud/Horn. So Bud needs to just stay busy. I know we've all kind of said that Bud needs to go. I mean, not Bud. I'm sorry. Errol needs to just stay busy, and just get that work, man. Because it's more than obvious, man. I think that the whole PBC shit. I think they've kind of tried to structure it up to the degree of having one in the chamber. You know what I'm saying? Like what's next, so that they can have an ongoing. So eventually, Keith Thurman will pass it to Sean or Danny, whoever can take it, and then it'll get passed to Errol and so on and so forth. I think they setting it up, in my opinion. I think they setting it up that way. But at the end of the day, man, that shit is just not flying, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not flying. Go ahead.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you this though, man. Look, that Terrence Crawford shit, man. People might as well go ahead and just lay down on that one, bro. I don't see that happening. I'm gonna tell you, man. We liable to see Mikey Garcia and Errol Spence before we see Errol Spence and Keith Thurman and Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. I'm just
That's
being
what
all
I said, bro.
Yeah, I can see that.
That's what I said, man. That's why I said I don't know why everybody shooting down the Mikey. Like shit. Even if Mikey, at least he talking like he got some sense. I mean, if he's saying he looking for that fight in the future, that might be the fight that's right on time for Earl. I'm not gonna shoot down that fight like everybody. Nah, man, Mikey, man, he just talking shit and he just, man, come on.
Nah, man. If he say he coming, if he say he coming, bro, he coming. Ain't nobody just saying that just to be saying that at no lower weight division. That's stupid. He coming. He say he coming. He coming. Whether he win or lose, he say he gonna challenge himself.
Bottom line. So we saw, man, before we get out of here, we saw Chris Eubanks and we saw his what happened with him and Charles Groves. I don't know if y'all want to talk about that, but my question though, I need to know, is Chris Eubanks for real or nah?
Man, let me get this one real quick, man.
Go ahead on.
Look, man, Eubank, I'm a supporter. I was a supporter of Eubank. I still am a supporter of him. But the thing is this, man, the front is over with now. The whole not breathing when you fight, the stare downs, the arrogance, that was a good gimmick, but you got to have the skills to back that shit up. And he's showing that he don't got the skill set. This is the problem. Eubank is a rumbler, right? He get up in there with a flat-footed guy, he going to whoop his motherfucking ass. As soon as somebody move on him and give him a little angles and box him, he can't do nothing with it. This is the second time we see him lose to the same exact style. He lost to
Billy Joe.
Yeah, Billy Joe, who moved on him. Now he losing to George Groves, who moved on him. Like he chasing him down, swinging wildly like a caveman. Like, dude, what the fuck do he be doing in training? Do he just work on like athleticism or something?
He's scared of gypsies.
Yeah, something.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what he do. He, like everybody said, he don't need no trainer. He do his own training, and he think just because he work hard in the gym, ain't nobody telling him his correct movements and his biomechanic movements ain't right. He just feel like, okay, I put in the work. I'm an animal. Can't nobody be able to deal with me. I'm gonna throw a bunch of punches. I'm gonna do all this old crazy shit, and then I'm gonna get him up out of there that way. That's why Chris Eubank Sr. kept trying to get the refs' attention, talking about I fear for my son's opponents, because he get to throw mirage of punches and all this shit, and hopefully they can go in there and stop the fight. But that wasn't the case. Everything George Groves said was true. Not Senior. Yeah, he said Senior is not a good trainer because he don't never give him good advice. He said Junior ain't never got no game plan. He ain't no fighter. He ain't no boxer. And point blank, period. He just ain't on that level like that. Everything he said was true. And I'm telling you, man, if Eubank don't sit there and admit that he lost first, he ain't gonna get through. He too arrogant, man. See, Eubank one of them type of motherfuckers, bro. You gotta knock his ass out for him to know that he lost. Because if it goes to the scorecards, he not gonna admit that he lost that fight, bro. He gonna come up with every excuse in the book to figure out how he.
Trap, he got a lot of lies around him, Trap. Like his dad be lying to him all the time. Like I heard his dad one time saying that Chris is the best in the world, even better than Mayweather.
Yeah, I remember that.
They be lying to this guy. Like he got a lot of yes men around him. He's one of those type of guys who's comfortable to have a lot of people around him that lie to him.
That's them fat girlfriends. Girl, that look good. Wear that tonight.
Yeah, he one of them type, man, and that's his problem right there. He need to come over here to America, get some good training. I still think that DeGale would beat his ass too. He can't,
he can't beat none of them.
I'm gonna tell y'all one thing. Chris Eubank keep dropping his head and throwing that jab out there and swinging wildly at that ground like that. He getting there one of them real killers. They gonna get knocked out cold. I thought Groves was gonna put him to sleep.
Hey, look, if you seen in the fight, every time he'll slip or throw that jab, he'll move his head to the right every time,
and drop that hoe open for just a straight right down the pipe to go to sleep.
Yeah,
that's all it. But Groves just wasn't quick enough to return fire on him like that. As soon as he get in the ring with somebody that's quick enough to pull that counter back on that hoe, he going to sleep. Yeah, he going to sleep, man.
Early too, because they got that Callum Smith guy and that German he pulled out of that Callum Smith fight, and now they got him fighting some other dude I never heard of. I don't know if y'all know anything about
he a kickboxer, man. Yeah, he a kickboxer, man. That fucked up everything good.
Replacement guy is a kickboxer.
Yeah, he ex kickboxer, man.
Yeah, man, that's what. So that tournament then got fucked up. So Groves got that hands down because I think he'll beat that Callum Smith.
I don't know, man. I don't know if I believe in Groves that much either. With the plus, he was soft. Callum Smith soft, and Groves got the arm injury, the shoulder. I don't know, man. I don't know which man. I was hoping Bramer would stick around because I thought he was a problem for all of them.
Yeah, that's the fight I wanted to see, man.
I want to see Chris Eubank. This would be a good fight where I can see where he at. I want to see him fight. Gabe.
Don't say Lemieux. Don't say. Oh hell no.
King Gabe. Seen fight King Gabe.
Gabe Rosado.
That is a good fight. That is a good ass fight. That's a good ass fight.
Yeah, match it up.
I think Gabe would beat his ass.
Them motherfuckers gonna win.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you, man. If he get, I'm gonna tell you who will make Chris Eubank look like pure shit. Caleb Plant will make him look like pure shit.
Oh hell yeah, he can't beat Caleb Plant, man. Caleb Plant will destroy that dude, man. It's too big anyway. Yeah, he can't beat that boy, man.
Shit, Groves baby look like shit.
I don't know if Chris Eubank need to go down. I think he needs to go down.
Playing asleep. I mean, Chris Eubank gotta just that what I just pointed out and what me and Trap House was just talking about. A person like Caleb Plant will knock him out. Knock him out.
Probably within about 4-5 rounds. Easy.
I don't know where he can hide. Even if he moved down, he got to face Charlo and Jacob.
Yeah. No. He don't even want to even look that way either. No.
Hey, you know what? I put a graphic together a long time ago for Chris Eubank. The fight I want to see Chris Eubank versus Jamal Charlo.
Me too, man. Me too.
Jamal Charlo.
If Eubank sleep. That's
who Charlo needs to go after. Charlo needs to go after Chris Eubank. Chris Eubank might take that fight too. That's a good payday.
Well, that'll be the time he meant that he take an elbow.
Yeah, that's right.
Charlo gonna knock his ass out.
Yeah, he gonna knock his ass smooth the fuck out.
Hey man, that's right. Gonna sleep that boy.
Hey, but one thing before you take over, Julie. Hey, now we see why that pen that was supposed to goddamn sign that contract with Golovkin. We see how what that pen did. It disappeared. Now we see why.
Man, I thought that motherfucker was gonna go in there and whoop on Golovkin because I'm like,
I told you that, man. I told you about it. Well, I told you that, man.
Hey, well, I'm glad the shit didn't happen because that would save me some money. I was gonna bet on that nigga, dog. I was gonna bet on his ass.
I would have betted on it too. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna flex, man. I would have betted on it too, bro. Keep it a buck. Keep it all the way blood raw with you. I would have put on Eubank.
Golovkin at that time, Golovkin would have put that boy to sleep in 3 rounds, bro.
Hey, boy, he look like them goddamn fry-ups they be eating over there in England. That they be goddamn cooking in the morning time. That's what he looked like goddamn Saturday night.
So we got, hold on real quick, man. We got Shanisha Allen. Shanisha, I hope that's how I'm pronouncing it right. Shout out to you. Thank you for listening in, sister. She said she wants to see Terrence Crawford versus Jose Benavidez. After all that shit that was popped, that's the fight she want to see. What y'all think about that fight?
Hey, first, most of love to the super chat. We missed somebody. I think his name was what was his name? I meant to say it, but I was waiting for somebody to stop talking.
Bo one?
Dark Heart 68 left $5.
I sent him a shout out. I read the thing and everything.
Okay. My bad.
Yes, sir. But shout out to you, Dark Horse. We appreciate you, family. And then once again, sister said she wanted to see Terrence Crawford versus Jose Benavidez. Man, you think we might be able to get that fight?
Man, I'm with it. I mean, I think Terrence Crawford fight anybody, man. I don't think he. Look, man, he in that class of them dudes, man. We ain't gonna have these problems out of him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he'll fight any of them dudes. You see what he told the boy? He said, he told that motherfucker, look, step outside. Oh, that's all right. I was just joking.
Right. And that's the thing, though. Because we got the best of both worlds, though. Because we got the Charlos, and when the Charlos come in the building, it's gonna be some furniture moving. It's gonna be some shit flying around. You know what I'm saying? And then we got Bud. Bud don't do all that. You know what I'm saying? Bud he move a little bit different. But when he slid over the dude and then he whispered it to him, you know what I'm saying? Like, he got close to him in his shoulder and whispered it to him. And then he walked, you know what I mean? And then he kind of did his head and nodded towards the door, and then he walked towards the door like he meant business. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love that shit, man.
Yeah, that's that mean we ain't gonna cause no sin. We gonna go out here. I'm gonna clean you up and slide you in this dustpan and throw you in this dumpster. I'm gonna come back in this building like ain't nothing happened. And you gonna act like you got some motherfucking sense too if you choose to bring your bitch ass up in here, player. That's what that
Well,
meant.
Bomac said though. He said that the daddy said that they didn't he acknowledged that they was on another level and they were just talking noise. They didn't expect Bud to take it that far. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't expecting Bud to react like that. They was expecting him to just
That's
smile and that what that not.
Motherfucker teasing that dog through the fence. Before you know it, you realize that gate open.
That gate open on your ass. Because it's like this, man. And we can't get this messed up, man. We can't get this twisted. You know, the thing about it is we have people who here and they are willy-nilly and shit like that. They just kind of floating along. You know what I'm saying? Then you got the Duck Dynasty members, motherfuckers that's ducking. They ain't gonna bust a grape in the fruit fight. And if they do, the juice gonna kill them. And then we got sharks in the water, man. And Bud is a shark, man. Bottom line, he is a shark. You can't come to him playing that old bullshit and think you ain't gonna get nothing. You're not gonna get no explosive reaction that's gonna be good for TV. You're gonna have him subtly get in your ear and okay, the same way he did Hank Lundy when Hank was popping that shit and talk about the man's woman. She need to work out and all that. You know what I'm saying? And what did Bud do? He said, all right. He pushed him in the press conference. When he pushed him in the press conference, I knew it was on.
You see that hoe just standing there when Bud called him out. He just stood there. That hoe was just standing there. He stood there for about 30 seconds just trying to figure out what just happened.
Right. He had to process that shit. Yep. He had to process it. But anyway, man.
You want to go outside.
Yeah, what? I didn't want to take. And then you heard all this. At that point, you didn't hear nothing else from Benavidez. You heard all the people who's in his camp talking that shit. And they like, no, fuck you, and popping all that shit. At that time, they popping shit, standing where they at. Bud already started walking to the door. He didn't already start walking to the door. He going outside. You know what I'm saying? Like, you, man, it's like I said once again, man, Bud is a real one. And I love that. And I got to get behind that. And in the day and age of what we got going on right now, man, I got to support that. You know what I'm saying? I got to support that. And lastly, before we get out of here, man, I had to say this, that at the end of the day, man, Deontay Wilder, win, lose, or draw, man, he's our champion. I got to get behind that, man. Anybody who is an American champion, anybody who's black that puts, just the plight and the issues and what's going on, within our communities and the shit we deal with on a day-to-day basis, he puts that on his back and he wears it like a badge of honor. You know what I'm saying? And he openly speaks out. You know what I'm saying? He openly speaks out. I can't tell you the last time we had an athlete that is a top tier athlete at the height of their career, at the height of their profession, and who actually actively speaks out in the manner that he does when it's all eyes on him. You know what I'm saying? Because the shit with boxing is easy. It's a little bit different because, the sports, the other sports is, you got team sports. Boxing is an individual sport. You know what I'm saying? So when motherfuckers is covering you and locked in on you, they locked in on you. And so I definitely support that, man. If Deontay Wilder or people in this camp, Coach Breedlin, anybody hears this, man, I just salute that. I really, truly appreciate that, man. It means the world to me, for real. And I got to get behind him, man. Bottom line, bomb squad.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
yes, sir.
I'm gonna say one thing, man, before we get up out of here, man. That I want to touch on, earlier, but salute to Danny Jacobs, man. I heard what he said in the press conference on Dante's Box Nation channel, man. Shout out to Dante. He said some real shit, man. He said champions ain't supposed to be talking about how he say about the money, what people don't, what other guys don't bring to the table. He said that shouldn't be in the champion's motto. You know what I'm saying? I was like, that's what I'm talking about, man. Because these niggas, like even Billy Joe, I gotta call him out. He talking about some, what Danny Jacobs brings to the table, bruh. This nigga is a motherfucking top goddamn contender. That's what he brings to the table. You ain't got nobody to fight. You picking Martin Murray. You should have been fighting Danny Jacobs.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That fucking Billy Joe, that David Lemieux fight, that was like a tune-up fight.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Bottom line. Bottom line. But anyway, man, okay, man, let's go ahead and get up out of here, man. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, man. Really, truly appreciate it. Shout out to the LDBC, man. Thank you, brothers, for tuning in, man. We definitely got it in, man. Thank you guys once again so much for listening in. Be sure to go and okay, Bo One, I see you, man. Bo says, I love this shit. LDBC. Shout out Bo One in the super chat, man. We appreciate you, brother.
LDBC, man.
Already. And we want to encourage you guys to go visit the website, man. If you have not been to the website, go check out the website. It's at www.ldbcsports.com. Go create a profile over there, man. You know what I'm saying? Get into them chats, man. Get in the chat stream over there. You know what I mean? Write you an article. Do something productive with yourself, man.
Jab that like button too, man.
And yeah, go ahead and smash that like button, man. Thank you guys so much once again, man. Be sure to subscribe to all the brothers in the LDBC, man. You heard how to follow us and check us out, man. We out here. Thank you guys so much, man. We really, truly appreciate it. And we'll check you out once again next week, 9:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday here at the Smoke City Mobcast, man. We truly appreciate you. All right, fellas. All love.
Peace.
You.
Peace.